This is a series of videos. Please refer to the methods of stitches, ignoring the yarn color. Select the corresponding yarn colors in your material package to learn. Please refer to both the videos and the instructional brochure during your crocheting process. Please make sure to first view the beginning 10 instructional videos to learn the basic methods of crocheting, and then view the instructional videos for your purchased product.
Today, we will crochet a square pig. If you're not very familiar with the basic stitches, you can practice using the practice yarn and the corresponding size crochet hook by following the basic tutorial. This practice yarn can be reused for multiple times. Let's begin by crocheting the head of the square pig. First, take out the light pink yarn from the material kit. One hand should hold the yarn tail. The other palm is facing up. Wrap the yarn tail around your little finger once. Pass the yarn through your palm, then through the space between your middle finger and index finger. Hang the yarn onto your index finger. Use your middle finger and thumb to pinch the yarn tail. This way, the yarn is held properly. We can pull the yarn tail to lengthen it. You can also pull the working yarn. The working yarn refers to the end that is connected to the yarn ball. Pull the working yarn to shorten the yarn tail. Here, you need to leave enough yarn tail for the magic ring. Pull the yarn tail. The fabric is crocheted using a circular magic ring. First, make a magic ring. Wrap the yarn tail around your middle finger once. There is a crossover point here. Use your thumb to pinch the crossover point. Now, take out the crochet hook. You can hold the crochet hook like you would hold a knife. Alternatively, you can hold the crochet hook like you would hold a pen. It depends on your personal preference. I will demonstrate using the knife grip. Insert the crochet hook through the loop on your middle finger. Position the crochet hook in front of the working yarn. The yarn on your index finger is the working yarn. Turn the hook head towards the working yarn. Catch the yarn with the hook. Pull the yarn through the loop. At the same time, rotate the crochet hook. Ensure the hook head is facing towards us. The loop on your middle finger is the magic ring. We need to start each round with a chain stitch as a standing stitch. And we need to finish each round with a slip stitch to connect the beginning and end. The chain stitch and slip stitch are not included in the stitch count. The first round consists of a chain stitch, followed by 4 single crochet, and ending with a slip stitch. 1 chain stitch. At this point, the crochet hook is positioned in front of the working yarn. Wrap the yarn from bottom to top. Next, turn the hook head to face downward. Catch the yarn with the hook. Pull the yarn through the loop on the crochet hook. One chain stitch has been completed. This chain stitch will serve as the standing stitch for the single crochet. It is to raise the height. It is not counted into the stitch count. This video will explain the method of making a chain stitch. Place the crochet hook in front of the working yarn. Make the hook head face towards us. Wrap the crochet hook around to the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Hook the working yarn with the crochet hook. Pull the yarn through the loop on the crochet hook. A new loop is formed on the crochet hook. Push the loop to the back of the crochet hook. A chain stitch is completed. Next, we will create for single crochet. The first crochet hook should go through the magic ring on your middle finger. In other words, pass through these 2 strands of yarn. The crochet hook wraps the yarn from the bottom up. Turn the hook head to face down. Hook the yarn. Pull the yarn through the magic ring. At this point, there are 2 loops on the crochet hook. You can push the loops down to the bottom of the crochet hook. Alternatively, use your index finger to hold the loops to enlarge the loops. The crochet hook wraps the yarn from the bottom up again. Turn the hook head to face down. Hook the yarn. Pull the yarn through the 2 loops on the crochet hook. One single crochet is completed. Remove the magic ring from your middle finger. Use your middle finger and thumb to pinch the 2 strands of yarn on the left side of the magic ring. From the side, a single crochet forms a V shape. Let's take out the stitch marker. Pick up the 2 strands of this V shape. Attach the stitch marker. These are the 2 strands of the V shape with the stitch marker. It represents the stitch of the first single crochet. You should place a stitch marker on top of the first stitch in each round. Now, let's move on to the second single crochet. Insert the crochet hook through the 2 strands on the left side of the magic ring. Wrap the yarn from the bottom to the top. Turn the hook head downward. Catch the yarn. Pull the yarn through the magic ring. Now, there are 2 loops on the crochet hook. You can push the loops down to the bottom of the crochet hook. You can also press down on the loops with your index finger. Pull upward to enlarge the loops. Next, wrap the yarn around the crochet hook again. Turn the hook head down. Touch the yarn. Pull the yarn through the 2 loops on the crochet hook. The second single crochet is completed. From the side, you can see the V shapes. The third single crochet, insert the crochet hook through the magic ring. Wrap the yarn from the bottom to the top. Turn the hook head to face down. Hook the yarn. Pull the yarn through the magic ring. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Push the loops down to the bottom of the hook. Alternatively, use your index finger to hold and pull up to enlarge the loops. Then, wrap the yarn around the hook again. Turn the hook head to face down. Catch the yarn with the hook head. Pull the yarn through the loops on the crochet hook. Now that we've completed 3 single crochet, you can see 3 V shapes from the side. This is the fourth one. The fourth single crochet is completed. There are 4 V-shapes when viewed from the side. Let's count them. Begin counting from the stitch marker here. The first one. This is the second one. This is the third one. And this is the fourth one. The stitch count is correct. In this video, we will explain the method of making a single crochet. Insert the crochet hook into the next stitch position. Now there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. The hook head of the crochet hook should face us. Place the crochet hook below the working yarn. Move the crochet hook to the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Rotate the crochet hook. Pull the crochet hook. The hook head catches the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the first 2 loops on the crochet hook. Rotate the crochet hook. A new loop is formed on the crochet hook. Push the loops on the crochet hook to the back of the hook. Now place the crochet hook in front of the working yarn. The hook head should face towards us. Wrap the crochet hook around to the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Hook the working yarn with the crochet hook. Pull the crochet hook. Bring the yarn through the 2 loops on the crochet hook. Now a new loop is formed on the crochet hook. Push the loop to the back of the crochet hook. A single crochet is completed. Pull the yarn tail to tighten the magic ring. Make sure there are no gaps in the center of the fabric. Finally, crochet a slip stitch to join the beginning and the end. The hook entry point for the slip stitch is the 2 strands of the V shape at the stitch marker. Now, remove the stitch marker. Insert the crochet hook through the 2 strands of the V shape indicated by the stitch marker. It corresponds to the first single crochet. Next, from the bottom up, wrap the yarn around the hook. Pull the yarn through the stitch. You will have to loops on the crochet hook. Bring the left loop into the right loop. A slip stitch is now completed. The slip stitch also forms a V shape. To avoid mistaking the slip stitch as a stitch, we can hold the loop and pull the slip stitch tight. The V shape of this slip stitch becomes quite small. The slip stitch here serves as a connector. It is not included in the stitch count. In this video, we will explain how to create a slip stitch. With the crochet hook's head facing towards us, insert the crochet hook into the next stitch position. Now there are 3 loops on the crochet hook. Place the crochet hook under the working yarn, with the hook head facing towards us. Wrap the crochet hook around to the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Rotate the crochet hook. Hook the working yarn. Pull the crochet hook. Bring the yarn through the first 2 loops. A loop is formed on the crochet hook. Continue to pull the newly formed loop through the original loop on the crochet hook. This forms a slip stitch. A new loop is formed on the crochet hook. A slip stitch is done. Push the loop to the back of the crochet hook. Now the entire round of crocheting is completed. Here you can see a horizontal V shape. Here is a vertical V shape. This horizontal V shape is the slip stitch from the previous round. This vertical V shape is the chain stitch of this round. Next, you need to crochet a slip stitch to connect the beginning and end. This slip stitch is not counted in the stitch count. We can see that this slip stitch looks very tight, not particularly obvious. These 3 slip stitches appear relatively wide and obvious. This is because we did not tighten the slip stitch during the process. Therefore, the slip stitch must be tightened. Insert the crochet hook back into the loop, then tighten the loop. A crochet hook needs to pass through the 2 strands of the V shape where the stitch marker is placed. Now there are 3 strands on the crochet hook. Wrap the crochet hook around the back of the working yarn. Press down on the working yarn. Hook the working yarn. Pull the yarn through the first 2 strands on the crochet hook. Now there are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Then continue to pull the yarn through the existing loop on the crochet hook. Now there is 1 loop left on the crochet hook. This completes the slip stitch. This V shape is formed by the slip stitch. Tighten this V shape. The slip stitch here is not counted in the stitch count. It needs to be tightened. This can prevent it from being mistaken as a stitch. We can use the index finger to press down on the loop on the crochet hook. Then move diagonally upwards. Pull the loop on the crochet hook. Now you will notice that this V shape has become smaller. And there is a noticeable difference from the V shape next to it. Then pull the working yarn to reduce the loop on the crochet hook. This way you can continue crocheting the next round. Make sure to tighten the slip stitch. This can prevent the stitch formed by the slip stitch from being too wide, and to prevent the V shape formed by the slip stitch from being mistaken as a stitch. This can avoid errors in the crocheting process. The first round of crochet is completed. While crocheting, be mindful of maintaining a moderate tension if it's too loose. The fabric may deform. If it's too tight, the hook may struggle to pass through the stitches. The second round starts with a chain stitch. Then work 3 single crochet in each of the following 4 stitches. Finally, there is a slip stitch. Start with a chain stitch. Wrap the yarn from the bottom up with your crochet hook. Turn the hook head to face down. Catch the yarn with the hook head. Pull the yarn through the loop on the crochet hook. A chain stitch is completed. It acts as the standing stitch to raise the height. It is not included in the stitch count. Next, we will make 3 single crochet in each stitch. crochet 3 single crochet in the same stitch. First, let's take a look at the hook entry points for the second round. The insertion points for the crochet hook in the second round are inside the single crochet formed by the previous round, which consists of the 2 strands of the V shape on the side of the single crochet. The slip stitch from the previous round was worked into the first stitch. The first stitch of the second round will also be made in the stitch that was just slip stitched. Place the crochet hook back into the loop. Now, let's crochet in the first stitch. First, crochet 1 single crochet. Insert the hook into the stitch that was just slip stitched to work the first single crochet. The first single crochet for the second round is completed. Pick up the V shape and attach a stitch marker. Next, crochet 2 more single crochet into the same stitch. This is the second one. This is the third one. Three single crochet in the same stitch are completed. It forms 3 V shapes when viewed from the side. Use the same method to complete the remaining 3 stitches. Insert the hook into the next stitch to crochet 1 single crochet. Then crochet the second single crochet into the same stitch. This is the third one. Now for the third stitch. Crochet 3 single crochet into the same stitch. This is the first one. This is the second one. This is the third one. Now for the fourth stitch. This is the first one. This is the second one. This is the third one. After completing 3 single crochet in each stitch, this round has a total of 12 single crochet. Next, let's count the stitches. Start counting from here at the stitch marker. This is the first one. This is the second one. This is the third one. This is the fourth one. This is the fifth stitch. This is the sixth stitch. This is the seventh stitch. This is the eighth stitch. This is the ninth stitch. This is the 10th stitch. This is the 11th stitch. This is the 12th stitch. After confirming that the stitch count is correct, place the crochet hook back into the loop. Use the tension of your index finger to pull the loop. The crochet hook can move freely in the loop. Finally, crochet a slip stitch. Remove the stitch marker. Insert the crochet hook through the first stitch. Yarn over and pull through. There are 2 loops on the crochet hook. Drag the loop on the left through the loop on the right. Then hold the loop. Pull it tight. 1 slip stitch is completed. This slip stitch serves as a connection. It is not counted in the stitch count. The second round of crochet is now completed. The third round starts with a chain stitch. Then work a single crochet, 3 single crochet in 1 stitch and then a single crochet as a sequence. You need to repeat the sequence 4 times. Finally, end with a slip stitch. 1 chain stitch. Wrap the yarn around the crochet hook. Turn the hook head down. Catch the yarn with the hook. Pull the yarn through the loop on the crochet hook. 1 chain stitch is completed. Here, the chain stitch serves as the standing stitch to elevate the height. It is not counted in the total number of stitches. The first sequence. Make 1 single crochet. Work into the stitch where the slip stitch was just made. This is the first stitch of the third round. Attach the stitch marker. Then we will make 3 single crochet in the next stitch. Crochet 3 single crochet into the same stitch. The first one. This is the second one. This is the third one. Then crochet a single crochet in the next stitch. This is what it looks like after completing 1 single crochet, 3 single crochet in 1 stitch and 1 stitch in 1 single crochet as a sequence. Use the same method to finish the remaining 3 sequences. Work 1 single crochet. Then work 3 single crochet in the next stitch. This is the first one. This is the second one. This is the third one. Then crochet a single crochet in the next stitch. For the third sequence, crochet 1 single crochet. 3 single crochet in the next stitch. In the next stitch to crochet a single crochet. For the fourth sequence, crochet 1 single crochet. Three single crochet in the next stitch. One single crochet in the next stitch. The sequences of crocheting are completed. This round has formed 20 stitches. Everyone can count them for themselves. Once you've confirmed that the stitch count is correct, crochet a slip stitch. Insert the crochet hook through the first stitch and yarn over to pull it through. 2 loops on the crochet hook. Bring the left loop into the right loop. Tighten the slip stitch. The slip stitch here serves as a connector. It is not included in the stitch count. The third round of crocheting is now completed. Next, let's distinguish between the front and back sides of the fabric. This side displays a series of circular patterns, indicating it is the front side of the fabric. When flipped over, this side appears uneven. There is a small section of horizontal lines, and the side is with the magic rings yarn end. Is the back side of the fabric. During the crocheting process, make sure to keep the front side facing you.